You know, people come from all over the world to come at our Investor Summit at Sea. Last year we had the amazing opportunity to meet this gentleman, Greg Barry, who hails from Papua New Guinea. How'd you find us?
I was searching the web looking for some more information on real estate, and I came across your website. So I checked it out, found the links to the podcasts, started listening to the podcasts, and on one of the podcasts you had a reference to a summit at sea. And I thought, hey, this sounds interesting. And I said, I'm on to this, and I registered, and it's been one of those aha moments for me. It's been fantastic.
Now, this is your second year back. You brought your beautiful wife back for a second year, but not only that, you spread the word.
I did. I brought my friend Karen from Papua New Guinea, and it's her first cruise and her first time to the Caribbean. And so far, she's having a great time.
All right, Karen, what do you think so far? Is that the real deal?
It's really, really good. It's much, much better than I ever expected. I'm learning so much and meeting so many great people. And today, swimming in the azure seas here is fantastic.
The first time I came, I knew no one. I was an avid listener to the podcast. I had found the Real Estate Guys on iTunes, and I listened every week. And I heard about the cruise, and I thought, well, that's brilliant, because I like what they say on the podcast. But even if the classes suck, I've still got the cruise to fall back on. Turned out going to the classes, loved the classes, did very little on the cruise as far as what they had to offer, because the classes that the Real Estate Guys taught and the faculty and the other investors that are here is just, it offers so much that I barely saw the cruise ship. So it was fantastic and awesome.
I felt very welcomed coming in, just because everyone's like-minded. We're here to learn together. So yeah, it was very, very welcoming just getting together and meeting everyone.
And we're pretty quiet, reserved people naturally, I think, in our life. And when we came on board, we were like, well, we don't really know anyone. But by the end of the cruise, we know everyone. We've developed relationships. We've had great conversations with just about everyone that came on the cruise. And it was very, very quickly that we realized that this group is fun and kind of nerds like us, where we're dancing and singing and just having a great time. It's like, all right, we fit in here.
What's interesting about this from an experienced investor point of view is that everyone benefits. Just because you've done 200, 300, 400 deals, that doesn't mean anything, because there's still something to learn. There's new ways of looking at even some of the most basic concepts like LTV and leverage that you can learn in a completely different concept, and because you're learning them in a completely different concept right now, you have the ability to apply them differently. And when you apply them differently, you have the ability to go out there and do different things in your own business.
I think there's a quality of time we spend together as faculty and participant on the cruise. I'm here for 7 or 8 days myself. I'm completely available to anyone who wants to ask questions, who wants to share ideas. Everyone else is available to me. We're not working all of the time. I mean, we go pretty hard when we're on here, but we have lots of time during dinner. We have a blast during dinner. And yet we're working and talking and sharing and learning and growing. And so where do you go to any seminar or any event where you can have that kind of unobstructed access to all of the participants and all of the faculty? I think it's very rare. I think Robert and Russ have created something incredibly valuable here in the way they have organized this event.
It's been an absolute blast. The boat in St. Martin, and everything. It's just been a great time. And what's made it better is that we just were able to enjoy this time with everybody in the group, and kind of be around like-minded people, talking about things that we wouldn't normally talk about with our friends back home.
Coming in here, I kind of, had the idea that I was going to sit in a couple classes and go up to the pool, but after I sat in on Robert's first class in the morning, I realized that, I wanted to go to every single class, and I did.
This is my 5th cruise, consecutive. Ever since the first one, this is a must in my life. I would not even consider not going.
Being around Wayne, being around Ken, being around Beth, being around Russell, Robert, David, everyone, just really made me realize that, how humble of people they are, and that they really do care. They really are passionate about teaching, and I think that's big. I think that's rare. It was a really good experience. It opened my eyes a little bit more.
The highlight for me on this trip was, for the last 3 years, Shannon has, pushed back because I wanted to learn more and more. And when she came on the trip, she said that she was just going to lay out, she wasn't going to do any of the classes. She was just going to lay out on, sunbathing during the week, and wasn't going to attend any class. And she was challenged when Robert said, talking about the trailing spouse. She was challenged by that and has made it to every single class on the ship, and has really taken an interest in what I was learning, and it's just been great.
It has.
She wants to learn now, and I think now we're gonna, follow the same path. We're working together instead of working apart. So it's huge.
Yeah, look out.
This has been the single most best not just vacation, but experience in my adult life. I haven't been so passionate about math and so in love with math since probably junior high. And on the other end of the spectrum, completely magical, transformational. I feel very much like I have a new community, a new family. I feel very, very close and connected with people.
I'm looking forward to coming next year and learning a lot more from all the other faculty and also from the attendees, because even though they're not up in front of the room talking, they're all in interesting businesses and they're doing all kinds of different things, and so it's nice just to hear people's different perspectives on how they make money and what it means to them, and when they share experiences as well.
Yeah, I could have gone to the Carnival's program, but instead I decided to go to the classes because I wanted to hang out with all the adults and learn about real estate and stuff.
If you're on the fence about coming, take the money off the table for a second and just get involved and realize who's going to be here and the personal connections you'll make and the time you'll spend. And I think for me, once I got my head wrapped around it, it wasn't a money or time issue. It was lack of a better word, it was a no-brainer. It was of course I'm going to do that, and all of the side trips and the excursions and the time, it's just more time to develop relationships and learn. That's my biggest thing, is how much I've learned.
It's almost scared me to think of how close I was to not coming and missing out, on this experience and basically being pushed back a year or two. It's been awesome. It's been life-changing, and I know people throw that term out there loosely, but it truly has been for me, and I don't use that term loosely. So I recommend that everybody really look into it and definitely try to get out here.
I totally agree. I mean, a lot of people will look at the cost and say, well, I can't afford that right now, but it is worth every penny.
You can't not afford it.
I mean, just come, spend the money, come do it. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at the classes and the quality of what you'll learn.
If anyone was not sure about coming, I would tell them that I was also unsure about coming, and I would tell them to come.
Book your cruise. You should come on this. You don't want to miss it. The value is absolutely priceless. There's nothing more important than being on this cruise.
For you, who's out there right now thinking about, well, should I come? How can I come? Is it going to be worth it? Yes, it's a lot of time. Let me just tell you right now, you already know this experience actually costs more money than you want and more time than you feel like you should invest. But what I'm going to promise you is this: you will reap leaps and bounds, exponential rewards, not just in monetary dollars. And one of the things that I want to challenge you to do is to stop thinking in monetary dollars. It's one of the unique concepts that we started thinking about here on this ship. That's what was taught to us. And because of our willingness to go just a little bit further outside of our comfort zone, now we have people who are literally exchanging some experiences that are once in a lifetime, could never be duplicated, and they're having them because they were brave enough to take one simple shot. You've listened to the podcast, you've been to the website, you've read the book, you understand that these guys know real estate. It's very simple. If you want to take that real estate from wherever you are to where you want to be, and I don't care if that means you've done single family houses and you're ready for multifamily. I don't care if that means you've done land and you're ready to develop. I don't care if that means if you wanted to learn to do power plants. Think about that. There was a guy here on the boat that knows how to put a power plant together. I've never been in an environment where I could actually talk to a person like that. You have to ask yourself, if I could learn one idea, what would it be worth? And I promise you this, that idea will pay you over and over and, well, over again. So much so that you will never ever think about the investment that you made to be here for that week.
We're learning a ton, but we're having some fun, and the only thing missing is you. Come with us next year on the Investor Summit at Sea. We're going to have a great time, aren't we?
We certainly are.
Come on.